Is it still worth it to become an automotive technician in 2025? I know there's a lot of questions surrounding the industries. If you've been in the industry, you know there's a lot of problems inside of it. If you are looking in from the outside, you might think a lot of mechanics are scam artists, or a lot of auto repair shops are scam artists because it's so dang expensive to get your car repaired. So I just want to answer a couple questions. For one, is it worth it to still become an automotive technician in 2025? From a professional automotive technician, I had been for 5 years, and now I've moved into a performance mechanic role. So now I'm working on race cars, which is awesome. It's a ton of fun, and I'm gonna make some videos on that as well. But right now, what we're talking about, is it worth it? So first, we need to talk about the cost. Like everybody knows, tools are expensive. It costs a lot of money to be a mechanic. So is it worse or is it better than it used to be? And then number two, what we're going to talk about is the ease of access. Is it easier now than it used to be to become a mechanic, than it used to be to get into the field? I mean, just for an example, a big problem or a large hurdle that a lot of younger guys have of getting into the industries is older guys don't want to teach you their tricks. They don't want you to take their job, was the mentality of a lot of older guys that taught me. And I'm very thankful that they did teach me, but it's tough to get into, and it's tough to have other people teach you what they know, because mechanics are paid mostly based on commission. But we'll get into that. And then finally, is it still a good career? I mean, can you, like, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, so is it something that you can still provide for your family on? Is it something that it's still worth going into, and is there a demand for it? So let's get into all of that. First, I want to get into tools. I'm a big tool guy, so I love tools. I've got probably $30,000-$40,000 in tools. I love the name brands. I love the big brands. I'm not going to name drop any yet, because I'm trying to get a brand deal with one of them soon, and maybe work on brand exclusivity rights. But beside the point, tools, are they expensive, and are they more expensive than they used to be? The answer is no. I would say it's easier now to get the tools required to be a mechanic than it ever has been. Like 20 years ago, it was a lot more difficult to get tools because there was only one or two brands that actually made good enough quality tools, high enough quality tools that would work. I mean, you're using these things every day, you're beating on them every day, and tools break. So there was really only one or two brands that could hold up to that and handle that kind of abuse, and they're still the main brands today, but they're very expensive in comparison to other brands that have been coming out that are just as good or close in quality, that are a third or a quarter of the price. So it's like, there's a lot of budget-friendly options now for getting into the trade, and I always recommend that every new mechanic that's getting into it, start cheap. Start with a small, like, 5-drawer roll cart and a 350-piece toolbox. That's really all you need. It'll give you all your metrics, all your standards, your small 3/8 stuff, your 1/4-inch stuff, and it'll tell you if you want to do the trade. That'll give you all your tools you need to do oil changes. That'll give you all your tools you need to do small suspension work. It'll give you what you need to get started, and enough for people to take you serious. Like, okay, this kid spent a little bit of money, he wants to do this, and they're going to want to teach you because you're taking it serious. So you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money. That's just beside the point. Some shops are now offering, like, their apprentices a tool box that's already filled. If you work for them for a couple of years, you get it, and that, I think, is such an amazing deal. If you can find a shop that offers one of those deals, hop on it immediately, work for them, learn everything you can from them, and if they're a great company, stay with them. But if not, learn everything you can from them, get the tools from them, and then move on with your trade. So number two, going back into, is it easier or harder than it ever has been to learn this stuff? Well, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of information on the internet. But the problem with information on the internet is there's a lot of conflicting information on the internet. Not all of it's good information, not all of it's bad information, and you need to be able to learn how to vet good information against bad information, for sure. But as far as just like auto repairs, I mean, there's a lot of repairs that are on YouTube from certified mechanics, from good mechanics, and there's a lot of experienced mechanics that are in the trade right now that go to YouTube for answering questions to try to figure things out, because there's just so much knowledge, so much information on the internet. So yes, it's way easier than it's ever been to learn how to be a mechanic. If the older guys at your shop don't want to teach you, that's fine. They don't have to. You can learn on the internet. You can learn hands-on and then take what you're learning hands-on, go to the internet and learn the rest of it. So that also kind of goes into certifications. In Michigan, or at least the state of Michigan, you have to be certified to work on cars. And in most other states, they want you to be at least like ASE certified, which is the national recognition of certifications for mechanics. So that information, that's all on the internet. You can study it. It's free. I've gotten my certifications without paying for a single book. You know, some of them are a little difficult, but all that information, it's free. It's available to you. So it's like, if that's something that you decide you want to do, then I recommend going all in and learn everything you can. Like I said, I'm only 4.5-ish years into this trade of doing it full time, and I'm already moving into performance mechanics. That's because I've taken my job very seriously. I've taken it very seriously to the point that I learn everything that I can learn. I learn theory of operation about everything I'm doing. I try to do everything the right way with the correct torque specs with quality work. You know, I was flat rate for 2 years, and that is basically like you get paid on flag hours. So if a job pays 1 hour, it pays 1 hour regardless if it takes you a half hour or 5 hours to complete. So you're paid totally based on completion. And that kind of a pay scale can cause a lot of cutting corners and a lot of bad work practices. So I'm not a fan of that. I'm a big quality over quantity guy. And there are shops that, if you're that type of guy too, there are shops that are that same way. So there's a lot of different auto repair shops. There's a lot of different types. You have dealerships, you have independent repair shops, you have engine shops, you have transmission shops, you have oil specific shops, you have tire shops. I mean, there's so many different industries just inside of the mechanic industry that you can really decide what you want to do, what you want to specialize in, whether it's diagnostics, electrical, transmissions, engines, performance. You know, there's so much, and there's such a high demand for it because there's so many cars on the roads that you can pick whatever you want. And then that kind of leads into the third. Is there a demand for it? Like, if you choose this career, are you going to be able to, A, take care of your family, take care of yourself, and are you going to be able to keep your job? Are you going to have a job for the rest of your life? The answer is yes, 100%. I would say it's one of the most in-demand careers right now because there's a technician shortage across the board. So, I've never had an issue finding a job. I put my application out. I find one the day after I put it out. Shops are just hiring. If you have certifications, you have a driver's license, and you have tools and moderately good experience, and you care about the work that you put out, there's so many opportunities available in the automotive industry that I've never thought possible. I mean, for me, I'm going from just a normal auto repair mechanic to content creation about mechanics. And that content creation led me into the performance mechanic shop that I'm now in. And it's just amazing what is available and what is out there. So my biggest recommendation is get in it now, learn everything you can as fast as you can. Because in 10 years, when the old guys that are still left are finally retired because they can't do it anymore, this technician shortage is going to be at its all-time high, and you are going to get paid way more than you've ever thought. You're going to be in more demand than you've ever thought, and you're just never going to have to worry about a job. You're never going to have to worry about job security. I mean, whether it's electric vehicles, whether it's autonomous vehicles, whether it's combustion vehicles, I mean, there's always going to be vehicles that need to be worked on. The only question is, what do you have to learn to work on? So, yes, 100%, it is worth it, in my opinion. I prefer not to go the dealership route. Some guys like the dealership route. That's warranty pay and a whole other side of issues that I don't really want to get into in this particular video, but it's worth it. If you learn this skill set, things in the industry are changing. They're getting better, and you can make a very, very good living for yourself. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out and coming all the way to the end. If you made it this far, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.